Thank you. Thank you all for being here on this very special day. Bear with me, please. It's so special, this Memorial Day. My name is Thomas Branta. I am privileged to be the commander of the American Legion Post, Wreaths Schneider, in Menomonee Falls here. The reasons behind choosing military service differ from person to person, but as varied as they are, there's one universal understanding. Service means sacrifice, even if the sacrifice means one's own life. The impact of ultimate sacrifice ripples through our communities as service members' death touches more than just their families and their loved ones. Within their stories are shared in our neighborhoods, our homes, our schools, our places of worship. The men and women become part of the collective identity of our hometown. The stories of their sacrifices live in the proud memories of their loved ones and in observances like this, in inscriptions on memorials, and plaques dedicated to the legacy of this generation. Woven into the fabric of our country are those who have died while wearing the cloth of their nation. They instill a service of pride among citizens. They inspire new generations and raise their hands in service. There is no greater service than to offer one's life for the greater good. This respect we give our fallen speaks to the value and we place on them as servicemen. Our fallen veterans will always, always be remembered, and especially by their families and what we refer to as the Gold Star family. Please take a moment on this Memorial Day and pay tribute to those that gave their lives to defend and protect the very freedom we have today. God bless our veterans, God bless each and every one of you, and God bless America.
If you would please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Order arms. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Order arms. At this time, I would like to thank the Menomonee Falls Baptist Church for enlightening us with music today, and I would like to introduce at this time our singer for the national anthem, Michelle Sokolsky.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets' regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say
everyone. Please be seated if you can. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. We truly appreciate it. My name is Janet Hickel. My father, Robert Meyer, was the designer and one of the builders of the World War II monument that we stand in front of today. It was hand-built by the World War II veterans of the Walter Miller AMVETS post in 1947 after they returned home from the war. And just a side note, Walter Miller, which Ken, our handsome gentleman in the uniform there, is Walter's nephew. Walter was a farm boy in Menomonee Falls, and his parents' farm was on the grounds of the current Harley-Davidson plant. I had the honor of working with the veterans of Menomonee Falls since 2006 in order to preserve the monument, as well as working to continually honor our Menomonee Falls Gold Star heroes, and it's truly been an honor. Through this, I have also had the honor to meet many of the Gold Star family members over the years. Today, one of those Gold Star family members, Yvonne Schneider-Sulo, was going to read this summary of her cousin, Willard Pat Schneider. Unfortunately, a few weeks ago, Yvonne informed me that she was unable to be present today due to personal reasons. It's been an honor to get to know her over the past few months. Besides being a Gold Star family member, she is a veteran herself, having been an Army nurse. She is also a member of the Henry Schneider American Legion Post, number 382. The Menomonee Falls American Legion decided in 1964 to add her cousin Willard's last name to the name of their post as a way to honor him and his heroic service. Let's keep Yvonne in our thoughts that she will be soon be back in action and in our midst. I would also like to recognize any other members of the Gold Star families who are present today. Their loved ones this is where I always lose it, made the ultimate sacrifice in service to our country. We know that you have felt the largest burden of this loss, and our hearts go out to you in recognition of your sacrifice. Please stand if you're a Gold Star family member, or wave as you are able so that we may recognize you today as well. Dottie up here, I know there's several others. Thank you for your sacrifice. Finally, I would like to thank my brother John for helping write the summary that I'll be reading. Willard Pat Schneider, A Profile in Courage. Today we honor the memory of all service men and women who lost their lives in defense of our freedom. During this ceremony, it has become a tradition to focus on the life of one such hero from the Menomonee Falls area. Willard Pat Schneider was the oldest of 6 children, born to Anton and Mary Schneider of Menomonee Falls. In 1932, when Pat was only 14 years old, both of his parents, his grandmother, and an aunt were killed in a horrific car crash in Brookfield. I believe they were actually on the way to a funeral, family member funeral. The loss of his parents and other tragedies early in his life taught Pat the importance of self-reliance that would later serve him well in military service. All 6 children were adopted by Pat's maternal grandparents, August and Catherine Rott of Menomonee Falls. Despite the kind of adversity that could have made any young person react with bitterness, his young cousin, Yvonne Schneider-Sulo, who I spoke of earlier, described him, quote unquote, as a wonderful guy, handsome, smart, and a joy to be with. Everyone liked him. He used to call me Slammer because I would slam any door I went through, informing people that I had arrived. What a great sense of humor he had. After graduation from Menomonee Falls High School, Pat went to work at Harley-Davidson. He worked with his uncle painting homes. Pat was drafted into the United States Army in February of 1943. He began training as a pilot in the Army Air Corps and achieved the rank of 2nd lieutenant. After joining the service, he placed a phone call to his sweetheart, Ann Stryker, whom he had met while working in Milwaukee. "Let's get married," he proposed, and indeed they did. Pat was assigned as co-pilot to a B-17 Flying Fortress and the 348th Bomber Squadron 99th Bomb Group. He flew bombing missions deep into enemy territory from airfields in southern Italy. In August of 1944, while returning from one such mission to bomb the synthetic oil manufacturing facility in Blechhammer, Germany, Pat's airplane crash landed and all members of the crew perished. He was posthumously awarded the Purple Heart and the highest award offered by the United States Air Force, the Air Medal. His body is buried in the Sicily, Rome, American Cemetery in Nettuno, Italy. General John J. Pershing is quoted as saying, "Time will not dim the glory of their deeds." I remember about 10 years ago chatting with Willard's brother, Marvin, also known as Whoopi. I could tell from the words he used, the look on his face, and the tears in his eyes that he adored his brother Pat and still felt the pain of his loss, even after so many years had passed. As we observe this most sacred and somber of all national holidays, let us not reflect not only on the glory of their deeds, but upon the selflessness embodied in their deeds. Let us not mourn not only the loss of their lives, but also the hopes they held for a long, fulfilling life in an America free from the sorrows of war. Willard Pat Schneider and all of our Gold Star heroes deserve our continued appreciation and devotion to their memories. Thank you for coming today to help continue that tradition. Thank you. We will now move forward in our program and ask the Falls Baptist Choir to perform the song, America. much. That was beautiful. Thank you. We will now be completing the laying of the wreaths. The music will be a segment of the piece Symphony No. 9, New World by Antonin Dvorak. And as you can see from the program cover, this is a tradition that has been completed for many years, and there's a picture of Walter Miller's mother laying a wreath back in 1959. So it's a very important tradition here in Menomonee Falls. Thank you. We will now move forward to the reading of the Menomonee Falls Gold Star List, read by Paul Cushman with assistance from Oliver Olson.
World War I. Albert August Dummel, Paul J. Kufel, Fred C. Henrizi, Leon E. Schuster. World War II. Walter J. Miller, Donald J. Buck, Julius F. Sierra, Robert Dooley, Jared H. Hepner, Earl Kannenberg, William H. Mokel, Charles R. Olson, David B. Rice, Elmer W. Stitchen, Wilbur Ray, John M. Butina, Wesley R. Cox Jr., Herbert J. Henrich, Lawrence Janzer, Chester Kriblin, Raymond Mudlitz, Richard Peters, Willard Schneider, Harvey Zimdar. Korea, Thomas Schultz. Vietnam, Michael James Kelly, Michael at Lex, Raymond Giles Zaitner, Michael Mellon, Terrence Lee Son, Eric Rudolph Jadke, John Albert Gross, Thomas J. Meehan. Iraq, Todd Ryan Cornell.
Thank you, Paul and Ollie. I would now ask that we allow for a brief pause as we have the war dogs move to a safe area as needed for the 3-volley salute to occur. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time out of your busy holiday weekend to honor the Menomonee Falls fallen. We truly appreciate you coming today, and it means so much to myself, the veterans, and the Gold Star family members.